questions about leaving teaching or social media management. So I'm going to cover these. If you want to know the answer, keep watching. Why did you quit? There isn't just one reason. Honestly, I really enjoy teaching, but I was never one of those people. This is my purpose in life. I'm super multi-passionate. I have a ton of different things that I love doing, but I wasn't super sure what I wanted to do when I wanted to explore. I hated that there was not that many growth opportunities, at least in my state, unless I wanted to move into administration, which I didn't. And there's really not opportunity for income growth. It's depressing as hell to know how much money you're gonna make in 20 years. It really came to a head though whenever I taught from home during the pandemic. Didn't love teaching from home, but I loved working from home. I loved the freedom that I had. I loved how I got to explore passions and rediscover who I was. So it was then I knew that I wanted to make working from home a reality. And then the next year, seeing the treatment of teachers just doesn't feel good. I really didn't believe in a lot of the things that are taught in just a formal education system, even what I taught, but it's hard to work for an entity that you don't really align with value-wise. What does a social media manager do? They help businesses with social media. The way in which they do that differs depending on the person. I specialize in Reels and TikTok, for example. It also depends on what the business needs. Some people do Instagram management, some people manage multiple platforms, some people just do social media copy. There's lots of different ways to work for businesses in social media. Do you like working from home? Yes, I love it, but I'm still getting in a groove. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be to maintain a schedule. Once I got out of my teaching job and didn't really have the accountability of going to work and of there being really negative consequences if I didn't get something done, then it was discovered that I have ADHD. So it's been a process. Some days I have that girl morning routine. Some days I'm a trash person. What you gonna do? Do you miss it? I miss educating. I miss my students. But the cons outweigh the pros for me at that point. I still feel that sense of purpose that I felt with educating by teaching people about social media. I'm making courses and doing speaking engagements, and that feels really good. Benefits. I am lucky enough to be on my husband's insurance. I always was actually, because the teacher benefits weren't that good and it was expensive. As far as retirement, I put back 10% of what I earn into an IRA. And once I max it out for tax benefits for the year, then I'll be investing. How did I learn? Online for free, for the most part, about social media, that is. Aubrey Malik has a course called The Prep that I took for virtual assistants that kind of helped me get my business structure set up. Then I realized that I didn't really want to be an assistant. I wanted to be a social media manager. I found Rachel Peterson, who's my mentor. She actually has a free course called Social Media United that's excellent. As far as learning about social media, honestly, it's changing all the time. I follow blogs like Hootsuite and Later. I follow other social media strategists. Rachel Bell has an Instagram stories course I love. Kutcher has a 5-day email challenge that's awesome. So those are some of the different ways I learned all the things. The best way to learn is through doing. Drop any questions you have in the comments.